Is there anything that you would redo if you could redo it, like that you look back on and you go, oh, I wish I had written that the way I first thought of it, or I wish I'd shot that the way I want? Like, is there anything you look back on and you're like, I wish I'd done that different?
Nothing in a kind of way. The only thing is, I had one really, really cool little section in Kill Bill that I dropped out because like the damn thing was just going to be too long anyway. If I had known I was going to split it in half, I could have put it in the first half. Live and learn. But it was kind of a cool character. It was the fact that Orin, the character that Lucy Liu played, she's the queen of the Yakuza. One of her, she had just hired this guy who was actually, probably Michael Madsen might have even played him, head of her security. And one of the things is he doesn't wear the Lone Ranger mask. He doesn't wear the Kato mask. He has like a mask on a stick, like Marie Antoinette or something. And it's like, well, how come you wear that rubber band F's up my hair? But the whole thing is like, okay, she fights the Crazy 88, fights them all, fights Go-Go, kills her. Only ones left is this guy. His name is Mr. Barrel. Mr. Barrel and Oren. And the bride and Mr. Barrel have already met once, in this club, and they had this little flirting thing. And so the thing is, now he's gonna have to fight her, and she's like, "Look, I'm telling you, don't fight me. She ain't worth it. Quit. That's what you should do right now is quit." And so they start talking a little bit back and forth. As opposed to fighting, they're like talking. They're discussing it now. And Oren's like, "You idiot, kill her." And it's like, "You idiot." And the bride is like, oh, she didn't just say that. Oh, she called you an idiot in front of me? And you're going to fight for her? And, it's like, you know what? You're right. I quit. It just walks out. And they exchange the phone numbers.
Wow. Hey, we got to either take a break or can you hang around? What's your schedule?
I'm cool.
Oh, good.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah. All right, because we want to talk about Grindhouse a little bit. The phones are going nuts. The obvious question everyone wants to ask is, what's in the briefcase?
Jesus.
Yeah, keep asking.
Yeah, I know, exactly.
For 12 years, I'm going to break down to this morning.
Yeah, it's going to be today.
This is really cool. We got Quentin Tarantino in studio. Grindhouse opens Friday. We'll talk about the movie a little more after the break. It's Opie and Anthony. You're checking out the Opie and Anthony show. We're talking to possibly best guest ever, Quentin Tarantino in studio.
Oh, shucks.
Grindhouse opens this Friday. Jimmy and I went last night. He's bringing the double feature back. And during the commercial, he gave us some inside info, and I'm just blown away. I promise I wouldn't say anything, though.
Yeah, we have to keep it radio free.
I had to sign something, but maybe down the road we'll talk about that.
Just say there was a car scene that was shot so well that my palms were sweating watching it. It was really uncomfortable to watch this car scene, and you got to go see it.
Yeah, he directs the second movie. So.
Yeah.
We were talking about old
Death
movies,
Proof.
too, that kind of inspire you. Vanishing Point,
Yeah.
one of them. I thought that movie was... I just watched it recently, and what a blast from the past. And I love how there was that girl naked on the motorcycle for apparently no reason.
For no reason at all.
just to
make
a
it
nude
hippy-dippy.
girl.
Can I jump in for a second? Yeah. That's exactly what I told Anthony when I came in, and I just ranting and raving about Grindhouse. I'm like, know what he did? And I forgot all about it. I'm sitting in the theater, and all of a sudden there's just a girl topless.
Yeah,
I'm like, and I used to love that about the movies. Every movie had that one girl topless for no reason, but the PC police took that out of movies, and you brought it back with Grindhouse. Also, I'm like, yeah, cool. She's naked. It doesn't mean anything in the storyline, but you know what?
But
that's
hey,
awesome.
who cares? It's cool.
It's awesome.
It's just awesome. As a guy, it's just awesome. You don't need any storyline for her to be naked.
Well, one of the things that was so great about Grindhouse movies is they really existed outside of Hollywood. I mean, sometimes they very much so because they were like Italian movies or Spanish movies or something. But the thing is, they might be cheap, they may be this, they might be bad. You didn't know. You pay your money, you take your chances. But you did know you had the possibility of seeing something other than that you wouldn't see in a Hollywood movie.
Yeah.
And some of those images really they scarred me in a good way. They're there and did I even see that? Is that even possible? So that was really what we were going for. But one of the things that I have explained to Robert about Grindhouse movies is You know, in almost every exploitation movie, just know a lesbian scene could be just right around the corner.
Yes.
Didn't matter what genre it was. A lesbian scene could be around any corner. Didn't mean it was going to happen, but it could happen at any moment. Two chicks could just strip naked and just start making out.
And there's a little of that out of nowhere.
Hey, great,
And then
man.
actually, you know, in right at the beginning, Robert threw it in Rose McGowan's dance. You had the scene where she's licking her own tongue in the
On the
mirror.
mirror.
And it looks like two girls.
Quentin, can I tell you something? I know that wasn't the movie you directed, but the opening scene of this whole Grindhouse experience, I mean, guys were at the theater with dates. Thank God, like I said, my girlfriend was at school. You could hear guys like gulping and going... One of the hottest scenes to open up a movie. There was just something about that.
My girlfriend was there, and she looked at her and punched her in the face.
And Rose McGowan never got naked in the opening scene.
Yeah.
But it didn't matter.
It
was
matter.
so erotic, and it just kicked off the whole experience nicely, man.
Well, you know, it was one of those things where people have been asking us, was there a reason why, like, Robert started it and mine ended it? Mine ended the movie. And, you know, it just always kind of fell in that way. But in particular, the part of the reason was because his movie starts with that scene. Well, that's a great way to just start the night off. There you go. We're starting the night off with a bang. And then mine ends with a car chase. So that's the way to end it, man.
Absolutely.
So it was like it was a perfect ending and the perfect beginning.
Greatest car crash scene to date you filmed.
Oh, hey, that's a big props, man.
In Death Proof. I mean, right? The car crash. I mean, you think car crash. No, he takes it to a whole new level, and that's all I'll say. A whole new level with the
Tire
car
on
crash scene.
face, always good. I couldn't get off. I was so happy.
now.
I just wanted to stop the movie and freeze frame.
Tire on face is just always a bummer.
You cannot lose with a tire on the face.
I have to say, I think you celebrate the car crash in your movie.
Yeah, it's like, it's right on the car crash porno shelf. All right?
I want to speak in broad strokes here,
Right,
but you pretty much celebrate the car crash.
Pretty much.
It was the deep throat of car crash.
Right.
In case you didn't see it the first time, I give you 4 other chances to show it to you.
And the movie ends with a nice twist. I'll say that much.
You know
Nice
what's
twist.
also cool? The different genres. Obviously, you were raised not on one genre of movie. The Asian movies with Kill Bill. A lot of people were a little suspect of that at first. They're like, "What the hell is Quentin doing?" You know, where's another Pulp Fiction? You know,
yeah.
And then you came out with that. Originally, I was a little thrown by that, and now Kill Bill, both of them are like on my top movie list.
Oh,
I love it. It took a couple of times of watching it.
Yeah.
And now whenever it's on, boom.
Oh, man.
It's
gotta
like,
check out
yeah,
the scene,
it's
right?
like there are a few movies that fall into that category, Alien, things like that, where if it's on, I gotta watch it. That's one of them. You talking about doing a war movie?
Yeah.
Now that's a completely new genre that people don't know you for. Any challenges? Anything? What type of Quentin personality is injected into this?
Well, it's like all my movies are like very, even though I'm working inside a genre, all my movies are very, very personal. So it's going to be a Quentin movie, all right? It started off sort of like a like my version of the Dirty Dozen, not a remake, but just bunch of guys on a mission.
Right.
Those 60s war movies, bunch of guys on some suicide mission. The psycho, the rapist, the this, the that, the sergeant.
Those movies were great too. They would take all afternoon on a Sunday with the commercials.
Kowalski.
Yeah, exactly. It would be a 4 or 5 hour movie on TV on a Sunday, but you didn't mind.
Then you had the actors to do it. I mean, just think when they did the Dirty Dozen, without even trying hard, they threw a rock on a tree and Jim Brown falls out. John Cassavetes falls out. Charles Bronson's hanging there. He falls out. Richard Jacob. We're not even talking about Lee Marvin. You don't even get to Lee Marvin. Bronson, Brown, my God. So it's like, those had the guys. Man.
Yep.
So, but what it's become as I've been writing it more and more and more is, it's kind of big, sprawling epic. It's become my spaghetti western, but with World War II iconography, which makes sense because that's the one time in the 20th century that really was a no man's land, especially if you're in Nazi-occupied territory. And so the movie's called Inglourious Bastards, but it has a subtitle, and the subtitle to bring the spaghetti western, aspect of it to the fore. Once upon a time in Nazi-occupied France.